Hello and welcome to Teachings in Education, the ARCS model to motivate student learning. Credit given to John Keller. Build student motivation to learn and participate in your classroom. Some teachers can't get their students to learn because they just can't motivate them. The idea is that an increase in student motivation will lead to an increase in student productivity. What can you actually do to get your students motivated and keep them motivated? Well, teachers can get and sustain student motivation through these 4 upcoming elements brought to you by John Keller. Each box will house one of Keller's elements. First up is the A from ARCS, which stands for attention. And one way to get their attention is to use humor. There's nothing wrong with adding a laugh in every once in a while. Inquiry-based learning methods will inherently keep your students' attention. Present students with an interesting dilemma or problem to solve and watch them get excited. Use both visual and auditory stimuli. You can find some great infographics and visually intriguing models for students. Even consider musical adaptations of content, the quadratic formula song. And lastly, vary the method in which you present your material. You shouldn't lecture every single time. Maybe playing an engaging YouTube video as a change of pace. The next element to motivate your students is relevance. Students find learning relevant when they're able to build upon their prior skills and knowledge. Let your students know how this lesson relates to the prior lesson and how it relates to anything they have learned. Students will ask themselves, remember, we are teaching to children and adolescents. They live in a now and me world, as any parent knows. Yet, students still want to know if what they learn today will help them in the future. Math teachers constantly hear the question, when will I ever use this? To increase student motivation, provide choice in your class assignments. One lesson, for example, can offer 2 different assignments, one a project presentation and the other a research paper, and then let the student make a choice. Continuing with the third element to increase motivation, C from ARCS, confidence. Students need to believe they can do the work. You can help them believe by first providing small but achievable goals for your students, which will build confidence. You need to help your students believe that they can succeed and be successful. They often think, what's the point of me trying if I'm just going to fail anyway? So help them believe. Whenever there's an opportunity, give positive feedback to your students. Positive feedback will gradually help students build confidence. Ultimately, you want students to think that their success is of their own doing. This means avoiding simply giving your students the answers. Let them work it out for themselves. And the last element of student motivation, the S from ARCS, is satisfaction. I think teachers sometimes forget that learning should be a rewarding process. Earning good grades in class is a legitimate achievement, something to be proud of. Also, give students the grades that they have earned. Don't patronize them by giving them an A when they didn't deserve it. Make sure an A is something special. Students lose faith in themselves and the school when they receive grades they didn't feel they really earned. And lastly, allow the learner to make use of their knowledge. It's best if you can create some opportunities for students to apply what they've learned for future lessons and situations outside of the classroom. So right now I would like to say thank you for your time. Please subscribe to this channel and consider these ideas for student motivation. Also, be sure to like and share this video as well.